The bottom part of the second page talks about two special types of sequences. The first one, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, depicts the first type of sequence. What is the pattern of these numbers? The correct answer is a +3 pattern. So recursive formula, what's the first step? You should be able to tell me this part by now. Pause the video and see if you can write it down. The first step is to tell me that a sub 1 equals 5. Now the other part would be we take the new term equal to the old term plus 3. So the new term being a sub n equals the old term a sub n minus 1 plus 3. And there's our recursive sequence. If we look at the other problem, 8, D1, 27, 9, 3, and 1, what's the pattern here? I hope you guys can tell me we already did this one, but we're going to do it again. Divide by 3. Well, remember, we don't want to write divide, we want to write multiply by 1/3. That's the same thing as dividing by 3. Alright, first step is all you. Go! A1 equals 81. Now the second part, the only thing that's going to look different from the first problem we did here is that instead of a +3, I'm going to have a times 1/3. Everything else should look the same. So a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 times 1/3. If you didn't get all the notes, pause the video. Have you noticed we have a common general rule going on here? So the two different types we either had an adding, which could also be adding a negative pattern, or we have a multiplying pattern. For both, remember you always have to tell me what a sub 1 is equal to. So that's the easy part. Now if it's an adding pattern, it follows the general rule that it always looks like a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus d, where we say d represents the common difference, meaning the rule that was added. Then for a multiplying pattern, it starts out the same, a sub n equals a sub n minus 1, and then we say times r, where r stands for a common ratio. Again, that's the rule. Only difference is this rule is being multiplied. You're going to want to remember this. This is the important part to writing our recursive sequences. What you also want to remember is function notation. So f of 1 equals some number will be in both. And we can write this as f of 1 equals f of n minus 1 plus d, where d is your common difference if you have an adding or a subtracting pattern. And we're on f, so let me erase that. Function notation this time. F of n equals f of n minus 1 times r if it's a multiplying pattern. So again, you need to recognize either way because the Common Core will write them in both forms. Make sure you have all the notes, and this is the end of the videos for the first day. So move on to the questions.